Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and boy have the delivery services been busy with Happy Valentine's Day stuff. But recently a whole bunch of boxes arrived for service and repair of fishing reels. We're going to go over what's here. It'll be a surprise to you as much as it is to me as we open up these packages, find out what's on the docket for service, talk a little bit about those fishing reels. We'll see which ones can result in how to service and repair videos, and we'll give you an idea of what some of the upcoming projects will be in the shop. So if you like these kind of videos, I want to encourage you to subscribe. You'll not only see the stuff that shows up for service, but you'll also see how to service the majority of these. And if I don't plan to do a video on the servicing of it, it probably means that I have one in my library. And if you are looking for that video, just leave a note in the comment section. I will try to get back to you, tell you where that is. Well, the first one comes in from Alex in Miami. I'm always concerned when fishing reels show up in these plastic bags. It's just not a very good way. You can hear as it hits the postal dock that, well, it's just not very well protected despite these bubble wrap packages and the like. I would encourage you, if you are mailing your prized fishing reels, please put it in a box. Box is much more durable, and then put all this protective wrapping around it. It's a much better way to ensure that the reel is not going to be broken in transit, and that you're not going to lose something dear to you as a result. All right, well, we still got a couple of these things set up here, so let's open this up and see what Alex is sending in. Alex is sending me a Penn Senator. This is a Penn Senator 4.0. It's the special, and it just seems like it's suffering from, well, dried grease and debris, I'm sure. Wow, that's in free spool. It may not be going into free spool. That's what I'm thinking. All right, it's not going into free spool. The most logical problem that jumps to the top of my mind is that the spool gear is frozen onto the spool shaft, and we'll see how to remove that, because the reel's spinning in free, just not doing it in here. This is an older version of the reel. The older versions of the reel, you can tell they have a recess here that enables you to remove the drag washers without removing the side plate. It's an easy way to service them, and well, got our work cut out for us with that one with Alex, but we should be able to do it. And again, a word of caution, if you are shipping reels like this, please put it in the box. Okay. Next one up comes from Virginia. So we've got Miami and we've got Virginia. And let's see what we have here. We got a reel in a bag project. How do you like that? This is a Penn, probably a 2.0 Senator maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. Or a Silver Beach, I'm not quite sure. What do we have? Yeah, we have a Penn Senator. The question is it the 1.0 or the 2.0? And it is the 1.0 Senator. Okay. And it is a mess. And not only is it a reel in a bag, but it's obviously got some issues here internally. We'll get that one back together again. So the 1.0 Senator is very much like the Penn Long Beach 60. And the fact that they were so similar in nature led to, well, led to its demise, if you will. It was a little bit stronger. It had an extra post in there, if I remember correctly, and the drag system a little bit differently, but for the most part, they're the same. The next one comes in from Tom from Houston, Texas. This is a heavy box. Not quite sure what he's got in here. And, well, this is awful nice of Tom. Tom says he's a longtime subscriber and follower for a YouTube channel. Please find enclosed numerous reels that I would like to donate to your business. Maybe you can use them in some way, such as parts, personal use, or sale. Enjoys the videos. Looks forward to the newest posts. Well, thank you so much, Tony. And I said Tom before. Tony, I really do appreciate that. I'm I may have posted the video by the time that this one shows up, maybe not, but I just recently donated about 30 or 40 rods and reels to a local group called the Hackensack River Keepers, and they've used their reels in education in the schools, and in a project that they use as a fundraiser where they have some kayaks up on the local lake and they rent the rods and reels out. And I'll be presenting on them soon, as a matter of fact. Okay, so wow, so this actually looks like the type of stuff that that could work for them. And we're going to check these out. We'll make sure that they work. This one, maybe I can do a video on this one. This is a Shakespeare, I think, kind of from the coloring. It's a Pro Staff. Not quite sure. It's a Zebco Pro Staff. It's a big reel. This is probably for catfish. Looks like it's got a variable drag on it. It's got a lever. Looks like we have a Corsair. Corsair oftentimes gets confused with a Calcutta. Beautiful reels. And then my favorites. I'm all of a sudden I've been into these types of reels. This is the Fluger. This is a skill cast. I really do enjoy the engineering of these older reels. And Tony, thank you again. There's about 6 or 7 or 8 of these. If I can get this one running, I think I know exactly where it's going to go. There's a veterans group out in California that I am putting a box of reels together for. It kind of helps veterans who've returned from service and in some cases are suffering from PSTD. And it teaches them about the outdoors and gives them a little bit of a respite from whatever it is that they're dealing with. They're looking for reels like this, so we may be able to do this one as well. This is a Zebco. It's a smaller one. It's a Rhino RL3. And I think I just got a question from that same group on one like this. This is an underspin. This is a one that mounts below the pole. Most of the those closed face reels that you'll find will be a upper level one, but this mounts below. You pull out to release, and then you crank to reset this. And I think they were actually looking for one of these out there as well. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to make a couple more of these. I'm going to try and do as many videos on these as I can. This is a Shakespeare directed drive reel, and it's an FG, which I believe is going to stand for 1954 when this was made. And this one looks like it might be destined for parts. This always becomes the question, whatever happens to those handles. Tony, thank you so much. I am going to make sure that these get into the right hands. I'll make sure that they're tuned up. If I can do videos on those, I will. And, well, I'm going to make sure they're tuned up. And whether it's the Hackensack River Keepers or the group out in California that's dealing with the veterans, some local scouting organizations that I work with, we will make sure that this finds its way to the right people. Thank you again on that. I can't say enough to the channel viewers for their generosity, for their contributions to the channel, and for, well, just staying with me all these years. I really do appreciate it. All right, this one comes from North Carolina. This one's coming in from, I think it's Jeff, if I remember. It is Jeff. And Jeff's sending me some, well, some old school reels here. This should be fun. 2 of them are beige reels. They're the beige brown Spinster RX, suffering from dried grease, otherwise okay. And the beige brown, this is the master reel. I always have a fond spot in my heart for this. My father-in-law was an avid fisherman. He always enjoyed fishing freshwater. This is the reel that that he had on his pole when I met my bride. So we'll see what we can do on that. We should have, this should be an anti-reverse. It doesn't seem to be working, but we'll see what we can do with that. All right, he's also sent in an Ambassador 5000D. These are beautiful reels as well. What does the D stand for? It stands for direct drive. There is no star adjuster on this one. It is a direct drive reel. They're great for pulling high torque type stuff. That's an old concept, but it's new as well. You have a Cast King reel that just came out that does the same thing. It's a direct drive reel. I think it's called Deadbolt, if I remember. There's fun reels all around. This one is an older version. It has the adjusters on both sides, so it's an early model of the reel. I imagine that there is some value to this too. I'm not quite sure what that would be. And one of my favorite reels, this is the Ambassador 6500 C3. This is a 2-speed reel. It's controlled by our shift here. And it should be an automatic, so that as you're bogging down here, yeah, I can feel that. You'll notice that as you're turning it, everything turns fine. When you start to bog down, watch the handle. It'll turn ever so briefly. You can see it's about a quarter of a turn, but it's just enough that it locks in that second speed. Nice reel. Okay, well, Jeff, thanks for sending those in. I forgot to mention on this one that Master Reel is a division of Lionel, and Lionel is the model train maker, and this was a reel made in the 1950s, and it supplemented the toy manufacturer's line. Wow, that looks like a bunch of fun projects there, and we will get on those, making sure that we can do what we can to either restore the reels like that reel in a bag project, or clean those reels up and get them out to use like Tony sent in, or maybe just restore some family memories or treasured heirlooms. I'm not quite sure if these belong to anybody specifically, but we will see how we can get these back to Jeff and in good working order. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you look forward to some of these episodes, and I hope you like the video if that's what you enjoy. Please subscribe if you want to see more of these and see more of the reels that are serviced and repaired. And again, I want to take a moment before I leave to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I really do appreciate your career choice and your dedication to task. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day.